Hi guys, welcome back to Bumblebee Corner. My name is Lisa. Today you are going to get an upcycle video. So I took some of my thrift hauls, my thrift items that I found, and I'm going to give them a little bit of a makeover. So I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get started. So for my first project, I decided I was going to use these Jenga type blocks. I got these from the Dollar Tree last year. I got a few boxes of them. Like I've said before, I can't just buy one. I have to buy several. And I think there's like 72 blocks in each of these. So I decided I'm going to use these and I'm going to make little snowmen ornaments with them. I thought they would be really cute for like a small tree, or you could use them for tags to hang on a gift, or maybe just off of a jar, or for pretty much anything. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'm painting them all white. So let me go ahead. I'm going to get these all painted, and then I will come back and I will show you the next step. So here I'm just going through with my little sander, and I'm going to sand all the edges and the corners just to give it a distressed look. I prefer that look. So I'm going to go ahead and let me finish sanding these, and we'll come back for the next step. So here I did the eyes. I, of course, again, forgot to hit record, but I just used the end of the paintbrush and just dipped it in the black paint and just put 2 dots for the eyes. And then I'm taking a fine paintbrush and I'm using Orange Crush, and I'm just painting little carrot noses. So after that, then I just took the end of the paintbrush again and I just dipped it in the black paint. And then I went through each of them and gave them each a little dotted mouth. And then after those were all done and they were dry, I cut little pieces of ribbon, and I just put a little piece of ribbon through the hole that I had drilled so that I could hang them on a tree. So for project 2, I've had these bookends in my stash for a little bit, and I wanted to get them out of there. So I decided they just needed a little freshening up. So I went ahead and got some of this dark gray paint. I believe it's a Dixie Belle paint. But I just went ahead and went over both pieces. And it took a good 2 coats to get them all. There's just so many little nooks and crannies in there. So I went over them with the first coat, and then I kind of went over with the second coat just to kind of fill in any spots where I might have missed. Let me finish getting these painted, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. So here I just took like a little feather brush and then I just dipped it in some white paint. And then I just kind of really lightly, I dry brushed, or I took most of the paint off the brush and just kind of had it so there was just very little paint on it. And then I just kind of very lightly went over both of these. And I forgot to hit record again as I was doing this, but I can show you in the next project. I'm going to kind of do the same thing, so you'll kind of be able to see what I do. So what do you think of these two pieces? I think they turned out pretty good. So for project 3, I had this, I'm not sure, I think it looks more like a moon to me, but I don't know if it's supposed to be a sun. What do you think it's supposed to be, a moon or a sun? I think the face itself looks more like a moon, but around the edges, like that just looks like maybe it's supposed to be the sun, but I'm not really sure. Tell me what you think it is in the comments. So I thought I would just go ahead and start by getting it painted. I'm using, this is a DIY paint called crinoline. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this whole thing painted. Okay, so after I painted it that white, I did not like it. So I kind of went over it real quick and just used that same gray that I painted the bookends. I just went ahead and painted it that color. And it took me a couple coats just to cover it up. And then again, there's like so many nooks and crannies in there. So I wanted to get it all covered. So I didn't like the white at all. So I kind of went ahead and I just painted over it with that same gray that I did the bookends. And then there was a little piece of the eye that just looked a little bit funky. So I just took a little teeny tiny piece of air dry clay and I just kind of pushed it in there. So I'm just kind of trying to get it so it looks halfway decent and it kind of isn't quite as noticeable. So I'm just go ahead and I have my little fan brush, put some white paint on there and just offload most of it, and then I just kind of went over it again. So I think it turned out better, and I think it looks a lot better than it did when I started. So what do you think, guys? Which one was your favorite? I really enjoyed doing those little snowman ornament. I love snowmen, so them ornaments were, I did like those. But I really like those, how those bookends turned out. It didn't really change them a whole lot, but it just kind of gave them kind of a little new life. And I really like how those turned out. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoy these types of videos, as always, I hope you would subscribe and like and share and hit the notification button so you get notified when I upload more videos. I am joining the Whatnot train, so if you are over on Whatnot, be sure to look for my sales Bumblebee Corner. I would appreciate that. And as always, I will see you next time.